bench pressing has done irreversible damage to the lifting community. I'm almost confident enough to say that if you are benching, you are quite literally leaving gains on the table. Now look, I used to bench like everyone. Benching used to be my favorite time of the week. And honestly, some of my best lifting experiences ever have been from flat benching. But listen, as I started getting a little bit deeper into the gym and started actually using my brain, I realized benching should absolutely not be included in most people's programs. And I'm pretty sure that's including you. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the 4 main reasons why benching absolutely sucks. And the 4th one is the reason I ended up quitting benching. Now, before we go over the 4 reasons, I want you to keep something in mind. I'll tell you the secret right now. The reason benching sucks is primarily because you're using all of your motor units and spending all of your energy in the wrong place, and that is benching. So let's get into the first reason why benching sucks, and that is ego lifting. Now let me ask you a question. When you're going to bench, what is really your goal? Is it genuinely trying to build your chest, or is there something else involved? In my experience, a large proportion of people that bench do it primarily for ego purposes. And what happens when you start ego lifting? Well, firstly, you start form minimizing. So you don't care about keeping your form consistent or good, you just care about the weight. So that means your butt might lift off the bench, you might bounce the rep up, you might thrust it. Okay, whatever you're doing, you're not hitting your chest at this point. You're just trying to get the bar from point A to point B. On top of horrible form, people always end up training for their 1 rep max. I remember when I was benching, all I cared about is that number for the 1 rep max. Even when I was doing my sets of 5 or even sets of 10, all I was thinking about is that 1 rep max. And I would 1 rep max every month or even twice a month sometimes. And that combined with having horrible form, this is going to lead to 0 gains from that bench session. And I haven't even gotten to the worst part, because if you're ego lifting, that means your probability of getting injured is so much higher. How many examples do you need to see of people getting injured while benching to understand that ego lifting and benching do not go hand in hand, and it creates a breeding pool for injury? The second reason why benching absolutely sucks is because you are lower chest maxing. Now, let me explain. Everyone and their mom knows that the upper chest is what you want to prioritize. To get that aesthetic Superman type physique, the upper chest has to be a priority. But instead, you choose to bench. And let me guess, if you're benching, you're going to have an arch, you're going to have flared elbows, and you're going to have a wide grip. And all of this is going to contribute to you building your lower chest while completely neglecting your upper chest. This is how a physique looks when the lower chest is overdeveloped and the upper chest is significantly underdeveloped. This is not a physique that most guys are training to get. And the third reason why benching sucks builds off of this, because when you are benching, you are unintentionally prioritizing your chest. Now, prioritization or specialization of a muscle is essentially when you prioritize your volume, frequency, and effort towards that muscle. And when benching, especially twice a week, the first time in your session, you are unintentionally creating a specialization program for your chest. For example, when I was benching, I was doing it twice a week at the start of every push session and putting all of my energy into those benching sessions. So I literally created a specialization program for my chest unintentionally. And my question to you is chest really the muscle you want to grow the most? You really want to grow your chest more than your shoulders, more than your arms? My answer to that question was absolutely not. And this leads into the 4th reason why benching sucks, and that is fatigue maxing. Now, you might say, yeah, I'm benching, but I'm also hitting every single other muscle, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not actually specializing for chest. But if you're benching at the start of your session and putting so much effort and volume into those sets, well, good luck to your other exercises. Because at this point, we understand the first exercise you pick is the one where you're producing the most motor units and therefore being trained the hardest. So my real goal in this video is just to make you think, okay? If you're benching, you're using all your energy, ego lifting, prioritizing your chest, and at that your lower chest, and fatigue maxing, potentially leaving your other muscle groups on the back burner. Now listen, I fully understand why people bench, okay? It is so much fun, and having a big bench is sick. Now, I just want you to think, okay? Is having fun and being sick outweigh all the potential downsides and shortcomings of benching? Because look, you can retrain your brain. I used to think 1 rep maxing on bench was the funnest thing possible. And now I get the same enjoyment hitting an 8 rep max on the Smith machine incline bench. And that's just because I understand that it's a better exercise for my specific goals. So really, I don't care. You can keep benching if you want, but I just want you to think and make an educated decision. Thank you for watching. Let me know how much you bench and what you think of this video.